Back in the saddle.
All right, we good to go? All right. Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is October 30th, and we are here live from HQ 3.
All Hallows Eve.
Halloween's Eve.
Halloween's Eve.
Are you guys going to get up to any trouble tonight?
Oh, it's Mischief night tonight.
Yeah, this is the night to get into trouble.
I was thinking about some
Murder.
like lewd conduct maybe. Something like, or grand larceny, but probably something lewd.
I've got a couple murders on my mind for the night of Mischief.
Whom? Random acts, or you have targets?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
People who did naughty things before in their life, like in Dexter, or people that you personally hate?
Haven't decided.
You willy-nilly ass murderer. You're fucking thinking like a murderer, but Francis is dressed like a killer. Look at this fucking jacket. Look at that collar pop.
Oh, yeah, why do you have that on?
It's new.
You got another court case you got to go to? Gaslight another cop?
I wanted to, I'm so excited about it that I have to wear it.
How much was it? How many bands did that cost you?
I'm not going to tell you what it cost.
Brother.
The comment section will have it. Yeah, the MSRP on that thing, stat, and I bet it's the GDP of a small business.
It was expensive.
56.
It was expensive. It's from a French company that it's called Hermes. Do you know Hermes?
I'm not familiar.
They call him Harry Hermes.
Yeah, they call you Airball.
Airball.
Hermes. You don't pronounce the H.
Oh fuck.
So it's Airball.
Airy settle.
Airy settle. Yeah. Yeah.
Air Jordan. It looks fucking great. It looks expensive as hell. Let's guess what it costs. I think $3,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna go $2,500. I made a purchase as well today. Not quite as expensive as your $3,000 jacket, but
I mean you're not even close.
Really?
It's $8,000?
No, less than that.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you were going to say it was
less
like
than
10.
$8,
Okay.
but
more
way
than
more
three?
than 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know. Listen, this
now I
was
understand why you're wearing it. You gotta wear that thing every day.
exactly.
Wear that thing in 100. It's 75 degrees outside right now.
You know what I'm gonna do? Here's the thing. I bought it like probably a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I've been waiting for it to get cold enough for me to justify wearing it.
And it's not even
it won't.
Yet. You jumped the gun.
So finally, I said I can't do this anymore. I have to start wearing the coat because of how expensive it
Yeah,
was.
you might have to move up north.
Like winter
You
isn't.
literally might have to relocate your life
to justify the coat.
Have the coat.
That's right. That's right.
I saw Francis in the gym this morning with some Lululemon shorts on and just the coat
Just
because he
the
wanted
coat on over it.
He just
Tell you
wanted
what,
to wear it. He was on the squat rack.
Overhead presses are hard
Oh,
in
yeah.
this 80% wool, 20% polyamide.
There's room to grow into it, but you couldn't even tell if you had the arm definition because the arms are so naturally structured. You could tell the quality of the fabric.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll read some stats here.
Oh, you've got stats. That's always nice when your jacket comes with a stat sheet.
When it comes with pink slips. When it comes with a deed. What the fuck stats? It's probably illegal to set on fire.
It says made in Italy, assembled in the Google offices of Menlo Park, California.
Wow.
I didn't know they had Google offices.
They had a tailor in the Google office?
What's I meant to say Apple. Yeah. I mean, I took this off of a mannequin. It was wearing it.
Oh, really?
It was the last one. The other two that they were allocated had been sold already.
Where were you when you bought it?
It's ready to wear?
I was in a very dark place.
No, but physically. Physically, where were you?
Oh.
Oh, so you bought it in America.
I was going through hell. I was in hell when I bought it.
You bought it in America.
I bought it on the
prison of
Upper
my
East
own
Side
design.
at Hermes. At the store.
That's when you told us the story about going to that fancy store in the Upper East Side.
I don't even remember telling the story.
No,
but yeah,
that was the
this is-
Manolo Blahnik story.
I bought shoes at Manolo, and then I walked across the street.
And you said you bought it because you felt like they didn't think that you could afford it.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said something like that.
No, I bought it because I needed something to take my mind off of how sad I was. You ever do that? You ever like think you're stuck in life?
Yeah, occasionally I'll buy like a candy bar.
Yes, and that
something
is
that's
why
not going to financially ruin me.
That's why you're dressed like you work for the Patriots children's team.
Look, I just got off the train from Boston.
Is that a Sports Illustrated logo on the jacket?
Pretty sick jacket.
What is it? How many years of subscriptions do you need to have in order to earn that coat?
75.
Yeah.
No, that's one trip to L Train Vintage.
No, I got this on Depop last year.
But they used to send it out for just like, you could just buy, but get like $12 worth of Sports Illustrated and they would send you that.
Yeah.
That's a classic piece.
That's
a great
good piece.
jacket.
Good piece.
I definitely had some Eagle Sports Illustrated jackets that I just threw out. I didn't make the investment. I didn't see the investment. Like much like the coat.
Mhm.
That's an investment.
It's an
Your
investment.
chocolate bar gets you how much enjoyment? 7 seconds?
Yeah.
He just forgot about the last 6 months of his life.
As soon as
it's
I
a great
put this
jacket.
on this morning, I thought things are going to be okay.
Yeah.
When I take it off, I don't feel that way.
No. It's like the invisibility cloak in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Reverse though.
Reverse.
Yeah.
But the shirt and pants combo, that is more of a cord outfit.
Let's do a little full. Because I got to take it off. I'm hot.
There's so much of a difference in the way you're about to look with the jacket on and then without it.
Well, because right now you look like you look like Denzel in American Gangster when they're like, what's that? Where'd you get that? Who's that guy?
Run a background check on Ellis.
Yeah, why does he have that fucking jacket? But then you take it
and then
off.
he throws it in the fire.
He throws it in the fire. You could throw it in the virtual fire over there.
He takes it off and he looks like he works at Dunder Mifflin.
You'll notice that he didn't just place the jacket down anywhere. He placed it on his leather chair that he has in the corner.
That's what we call a drape.
A drape.
I draped it.
Drizzy drape.
Drizzy drape.
So I mean, it looks presentable, but it's you need to have the base layer so you can put the jacket on top of it.
Did you try out a more casual base layer and you said this isn't cutting it, and then you went full courthouse?
What, today?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about this?
Yeah.
Under the coat?
Like, did you have this idea for that under the coat originally, or were you planning on just wearing the coat with something else on top?
I don't think that's a coat that you can rock a t-shirt
You can't
under.
wear a t-shirt; it'll start a fire.
Yeah, but you could wear like a sweater.
Yeah, but that's hot.
It
needs
hot.
to be colder.
It is 75 degrees outside.
What's the most casual thing that you could wear with that coat?
You can wear, what cool people do is they'll wear yoga wear, athleisure wear under a coat like that. And that is cool.
That's like what like NHL players
That's what.
do.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
Biz.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Biz would do some slick shit like that.
That's cool. I like that. That's a cool move.
Wrench absolutely dangling, bud.
Yeah.
Sweaties.
Oh, he's got
gray
a hammer
sweaties.
on him, doesn't he?
Be
Gray
fully
sweaties
honest.
and the hammers out.
Have you worn it naked?
No.
You
I
haven't? That'd
No,
be the
I
first
don't-
thing I did. Throw that thing on in the full nude.
Ski goggles.
Yeah.
Penis out.
Yeah. Penis hanging. Uber Eats immediately
Hair
ordered.
slicked back. Supreme headband.
Yeah.
Ski goggles. Piece dangling.
No, not even ski goggles. Fucking the Apple VR headset.
Yeah. You just have your hands up. The Ray-Bans Meta glasses.
Yeah.
And you're just live streaming hands free of your penis in that coat. Is how I'd wear it. If you spend that much on it, you could get a motorcycle.
It's embarrassing how warm it is out. Because I was wearing it up and down the street today and I thought, God damn. I look weirdly like a homeless person.
Now, but I would say
Because they can wear those coats in the summer.
100 degrees,
They
yeah.
wear them in the summer.
Yeah. They run cold.
I don't
That's
know
the
how
best.
they turn their sweat glands off, but they do. Yeah, they run cold.
Yeah. Well, because the old homeless dudes used to wear 3-piece suits, and they'd be wearing a 3-piece suit in like 300 degrees outside.
They'll catch a
In, like-
chill
in,
in
like, New
February and they
Orleans.
carry it
Yeah.
all the way into
Oh, yeah.
July. I don't know how they do that.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
But they're built for the outside. And I think they do cauterize the sweat glands.
If anyone knows men's fashion, I don't love my shoes, my shoe choices. I'm wearing sort of a work pant here with this cool corduroy shirt. The coat's obviously a home run. I don't love the
The shoes are a double play ball.
I'm
though.
wearing Vans.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to wear with the rest of this ensemble.
Well, the coat's obviously a home run, so no need to comment on the coat. And obviously, we have a very productive pant on.
It's a work
Pants,
pant.
it's a steady. It's a blue. It's
Yeah.
a single. It's
Just
a single right up the
a
middle.
pant that you would go and get dirty in.
God help me if someone presents a soldering opportunity on the way home. Need to put on one of those fucking face masks with the UV lens and do some metal forging.
What are you gonna do with the shoe though?
I don't know, and I'm not thrilled about it.
I can see you in some sambas.
You know who told me that?
White sambas.
You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that. The white sambas.
Well, do you have a guy for him? Like, how could he get
I got a guy in Cleveland that can hook you up,
I
but
don't
in
think
a
they
very
have,
specific size.
I don't think they have any white sambas in Cleveland anymore. I think they're all out of the white zombies.
Why don't you go Stan Smith's?
I feel like I need something that's a little almost clunkier, chunkier. Maybe.
Polo makes a great white flat shoe like that.
Yeah, but I know that the chunky shoe is kind of on the way out now. All those Balenciaga ridiculous shoes that people liked. So
then there's a big difference between a normal chunky shoe and then the chunkiest shoe ever made.
The Polo one somewhat chunky?
The Polo one is somewhat chunky, like a similar chunk to Roan's shoe.
What is he wearing? Jordans though, right? Or Dunks or something? What are those?
These are Jordans.
Yeah.
Dunks.
Who do you want?
I said
Dunks,
Jordans, and I said Jordans first.
Why don't you get a nice pair of pandas?
The panda dunks.
That's kind of an inside ball joke.
What are pandas?
Pandas are the most hated shoe among the sneakerhead community.
Every sneakerhead community, they'll go up
the
and
black
be like,
and white dunks.
Yeah. They'll be like, "What's the worst
worst
shoe?"
And they go, pandas.
It's
Which honestly,
pandas.
I don't understand why. I just kind of went along with it.
It shows how the sneakerhead community will not think for themselves.
No, they're like a very, very standard looking shoe.
Basic girls
I actually
wear 'em all
don't
the
dislike
time.
them at all. But if they do videos where they go up and they ask all these kids at the sneaker conventions, and all of them say pandas. It's the
But if there was a
runaway word.
why can't they, like, if there was a true like counterculture of the sneaker community, like people would hipster wear the pandas.
Yeah.
But everybody just hive minds to this is the worst shoe and this is the best shoe.
What they need like Ye to make an appearance in the pandas. But he would never do that because he's an Adidas man.
Yeah.
Is he? I thought he just settled the lawsuit. I think he's still in the throes of a lawsuit about calling them.
He's all good with Adidas now.
Oh, they're settled up.
There's no more.
What did he say
issues.
about them?
I don't know.
Something Jewish.
Something with the Jews.
Jewish type of thing. They have Jewish management or something.
I don't follow those kinds of things.
Jews,
just Jews in general.
Those kinds of things.
Yeah. Anytime that I actually have that as a keyword filter in my Twitter and everything. If that comes up,
I don't follow that type of things unless it's in all capitals with an exclamation point. In which case, sign me the fuck up. What did you buy, Sess?
Well, yeah. So we had the Boston show last night, last show of the Out of Order run of shows, and then we took the train back this morning. Long train.
You took the train from Boston.
From Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I watched the Barry Sanders documentary on my phone.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Doc.
Yeah. It's on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the climax of it?
I don't know.
The doc.
I guess like when he ran for 2,000 yards in one season. It's hard to have a climax in a sports documentary when they don't win the championship.
Yeah, I agree.
And they actually are pretty bad consistently.
Well, the team was bad.
The team was terrible. Like Barry Sanders is running for 2,000 yards in a season, and they're like 5-11.
Yeah, that's brutal. People just wouldn't pass the ball, but it is tough to. That's why I don't love sports documentaries. I need a climax. I need to work towards
I was
something.
just talking about. I was sitting next to Fights, and I was saying that that's actually the only documentaries that I've been enjoying lately. I
love them.
I'm having a very hard time getting into like the true crime docs, or even the sports documentaries where it's like a sports doc. Like the Untolds aren't even really doing it for me anymore.
Like, I like the Untolds.
I want to see a sports documentary about someone who's really good and wins. I don't want to see a sports documentary where it's like vaguely about sports, but then also about a player who like killed his entire family. Like, that's not really doing it for me anymore. I just don't really care.
What about this Netflix one about the starting five guys, the basketball players?
Yeah, that one's great.
Is that one good? I haven't watched that.
Yeah, I started that.
I did see a clip on Instagram, which I would assume is from that, of Jimmy Butler's wine cellar.
Oh, he has to have a fucking tomb down there, a catacomb of wine.
You cannot imagine
really
the expense of his wine. He has magnums of Petrus, which are I think $7,000-8,000,
and he has them in magnums,
and a whole wall of them
wrapped in condoms.
Walls of them.
That's crazy.
Walls of magnums of Petruses.
Yeah.
Jesus
because
Christ.
you do the math a little bit and you say, well, even with the amount of money that he's bringing in, this still feels like irresponsible spending.
Is it a collector's item? Will they appreciate like your coat?
In theory, yeah. In theory, he could sell them at auction, over time, and if it ages well. And all
they
that.
are an investment.
Yeah.
Especially when you go with the Magnum.
The Magnums are harder to find. Yeah.
They're hard to find.
Especially if you're pretending to be a sommelier. Like in that movie Somm, where the dude just...
Can't say I'm familiar with Somm.
Oh, that's a documentary with a climax. You want to talk about a documentary with a climax?
Is it about sports, though?
The sport of wine selling?
And wine tasting, yeah.
I think there's some sport to that. There's competition. There's people who get
There's a test.
grades on it.
There's a big test.
Yeah, so I watched the Barry Sanders doc. Phenomenal. Oh, because I finished the Red Sox doc last night.
How was that?
Great.
Isn't that the same as the 30 for 30, though?
Yeah, but it's a lot more in detail. The 30 for 30 is only like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, I know.
This is 3 hours.
I'll watch it again because that was such a seminal moment of my sports fandom.
Yeah.
As a New Englander, as a Mainer, I remember exactly where I was watching every one of those games.
Yeah,
no, you weren't alive yet.
No, I remember it vividly.
You were 5.
Because it was very close to, it was only a couple of years after 9/11, and I remember I personally was still getting over that. And then I remember sitting in the living room with my parents, and I looked at them. I was 3 at the time, but I looked at them and I said, the country needs this. I said, not only do the Red Sox need this, the whole country needs this.
Yeah. Well, you would think that, if anything, that would have been the Yankees winning.
No, down in Philly, we were all like, I hope the fucking Red Sox win.
The country needed a comeback.
Yeah.
They needed a comeback.
Sea to shining sea.
Reverse the curse.
Yes.
Find Bin Laden, etc.
Etc.
It was LinkedIn.
But so I watched that, and then I watched the Barry Sanders doc, and then I bought a fishing rod.
New piece?
New piece. Not too pricey.
How much?
It was like $250. But then I won $600 on blackjack on the train. we got to Jersey, and I opened up DraftKings, and they had the casino.
Wait, you took the train
through Jersey? It goes through Connecticut
Boston?
And through Jersey.
What?
Well, how does that not make sense to you guys?
Because New Jersey is south.
What are you talking about?
Right? Don't we went through Jersey? No, just Connecticut. No, okay, Connecticut.
By the way, do you hear how you said that?
I did, and I was wrong.
It was so much confidence that you got mean.
I got mean. I did get mean, and now I'm
mean
quite embarrassed now.
To us.
I'll be fully honest, my body temperature did raise a couple degrees when I realized I was wrong.
How do you guys not get this? Because it's wrong.
Wait, dude, I could see how it would work. If you were coming from where? New England?
Yeah. I thought you went in over and then came back down.
If you come along the coast and shoot out the back penis of Connecticut, you could go right through New York for a second and then due south through New Jersey.
Yeah, in a sense, you could go.
But why wouldn't you go through Stanford?
You could go into New Jersey and then turn the train around and come backwards. You're right. That could happen.
Yeah, they could boomerang it.
They could do it in the least efficient way possible.
Look, I'm ready to move on. I've made my peace with the situation.
I want you to learn from these moments.
I said I was wrong.
So that you approach future moments of high conviction with a little bit
but that's not how it
grace.
Works. You don't understand what it's like because when you're swinging constantly and sometimes you're wrong, but when you are right and you come in with that level of confidence, it feels so much better watching you guys be wrong. Then rather me being like, you're right, I was wrong.
Fine. Then if that's true, we get to relish the moments where you have the conviction and are wrong. And you don't get to say we have to move on.
Because I'm expected to be wrong constantly. So it doesn't change anything for you guys.
Your expectation is so low. Your win probability is in the gutter. So when you get a win, everybody throws you a parade. Yeah. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, so I made the money back right away.
How much was the rod?
$250.
Oh. So you should have bought a second.
I could have bought a second rod.
Or a more expensive one.
Yeah. So I just found out about the whole DraftKings casino thing, and it's not legal here, but it's legal in Connecticut, Jersey, and Philly.
Suddenly you have dates in East Rutherford this weekend. The whole tour changed.
I played for like 15 minutes, and then I won, and I logged off. I said, that's enough for me.
He's going to be at Monmouth this weekend.
And I purchased my rod before that. So
I was curious about.
I was coming in with a purpose.
I was curious about the states in which sports gambling is not yet legalized.
Like California, Texas.
Well, there's 10 states remaining.
Which ones?
California is one of them.
Texas,
Minnesota is one. Those are the only 2 blue states.
That's Minnesota's very surprising.
The other 8 are Alabama, Louisiana, Texas. Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Is Florida one of them?
I think.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Dang.
Let me check. I'm sort of sure it is.
I don't want to be wrong about
what correlation are you drawing? Yeah, especially now that the wrong
police point in saying this is that it's always odd for me to kind of see geographically where I guess laws are determined, based on I don't know. I associate sports gambling by and large with like Southern football and guys and all that. And
it's actually very liberal. It's a very liberal activity.
Weirdly like
it's the chosen activity of social justice warriors everywhere.
Yeah.
All the big libs are gambling at all times.
Correct.
It is it's the apps aren't legal in Florida.
I see.
It's hard to tell because if you look up is sports gambling legal in certain states, sometimes it says yes, but then like the apps aren't legal. It's only legal at casinos.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell.
The Hard Rock Casino.
Hard Rock.
We got to get a fucking trip down there and stay in the top of that guitar.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to stay in the guitar.
I've never seen a hotel that has commercials like the fucking Hard Rock Guitar Hotel. There's just commercials on regular TV, like on like ABC for it, for a hotel.
Isn't there another cool hotel, the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid?
Oh, is that the one that's out
It's a hotel now?
I thought there was a hotel.
I think you're thinking of the Luxor in Las Vegas. That's also a pyramid.
No, I think
and that's not a hotel. That's a sort of a place where you can go for big sporting events, right?
The Luxor? No, that's like a suicide hotel.
What's the big pyramid thing in Vegas? Isn't that a place that
I think that's all. Maybe is that in Memphis or something?
Oh, you're right. What is that?
Maybe it's a Bass Pro Shop.
It's in Memphis.
And it's what? A hotel?
It is. Bass Pro Shops at the Pyramid.
Hotel.
No, hotel overlooks Bass Pro Shops.
Bass Pro.
Didn't like something happen with like Billy? Didn't Billy stay there and like PFT reserved him like the couple's suite or something, and he got into his room and there was like rose petals everywhere?
I don't know.
I think that happened like a couple years ago.
I'm not sure. R.I.P. to Billy's dad.
I know, that's sad.
That's fucking sucks. Shout out to Billy.
Yeah.
Friend of the program. Shout out to Billy.
I haven't seen my parents in a long time. And it makes me really sad.
You should see them.
Yeah, why don't you just go home?
Because right now I need to make sure that I'm here to wear my coat.
Dude, that coat would kill in Maine. They'd be like, holy shit, the mayor is in town.
They wouldn't get it.
No.
They wouldn't get it there.
No.
I love Maine. Shout out Maine. But there is no Hermes store in Maine. That's for sure.
No, they'd be like, what outlet did you get that at?
Did you buy that at the Coach outlet in Freeport? No.
Maine's a big outlet state.
It takes a big man to wear a luxury item that doesn't have the logo of the luxury brand on the outside of it.
I'm no logo guy.
You wouldn't wear a coat covered in like G's or like the Louis Vuitton sign or something?
No,
like
I wouldn't.
That?
Look, my whole mentality is this. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you don't deserve to know.
If you know, you listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
if you told you.
If you know that coat is Hermes, you and I are going to have a lot in common. And if you don't know that coat is Hermes, I don't really think you deserve to talk to me.
Saying the logo is the same thing as wearing the logo, though.
But I wouldn't tell people. I would just, if I saw somebody that knew that the coat was Hermes, we would walk by each other and there'd be a very, very subtle head nod.
Telling us in confidence. This is in confidence.
Well, you guys are my friends.
Yeah, this is in confidence.
Yeah, this isn't I didn't need anyone to know.
Well, you wore it for the show.
I was a little chilly earlier.
Yeah.
I caught a chill.
Dude, it was like 50 degrees in Boston. Then we were getting into New York and the conductor comes over and he goes, it is 75 degrees in New York.
Is it actually 75?
I don't
know why I'm looking at my watch.
Is it 75?
I'm surprised your watch doesn't have a fucking thermostat on it.
74 right now. But look, Sass, here's the point. By 7 p.m., it'll be 66.
And that is
chilly.
Freezing.
That's
66?
chilly, brother, man.
66 is always the time where I like to bring out my $8,000 coat.
Okay, let's easy on that. It's not that much.
You deserve it. You had a long, hard week shooting a TV show.
Says, given
You had a long, hard week staying at the mansion, staying at the palace.
inexpensive your clothes are, I can tell that you've never been through the hardships that I've been through.
Brother, you don't understand how expensive my clothes are. This is vintage gear.
How much was the top piece?
Top piece, 35. Sweatpants, probably 40.
Oh.
Shoes, 100. Socks, $4 for, I think, 24 pairs.
Neuralink chip, $200,000.
My point being, when you experience true devastation,
Yeah.
go up to Fifth Avenue, go up to, Park Avenue,
That's the last place.
Upper East Side, go to Bergdorf's.
Yeah, I can't think of a place I'd rather be
stroll
less.
up from there and bring your credit card.
No, you go to Bergdorf's and they'd be like, delivery's around back, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd
You ever DoorDash?
hit the button under the desk.
Oh my God, I totally forgot to tell. I told Francis, I got hit biking by a DoorDash dude.
No.
Yeah, on Monday night. Fucking dude, crazy.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Sass was
luckily.
working his side job for Uber Eats, and they headed
They
at each other.
T-boned you.
Yeah.
Dude,
on their
it was
bike.
brutal.
What was their angle of entry on you?
Behind. Caught me totally off guard. I've never expected to get hit from behind.
A bike?
Dude.
A bike from behind?
Took me out from behind.
A bike hit your bike or you were on foot?
Dude, a bike hit my bike
Tell
from
the story.
behind.
Tell the story.
All right, so I'm leaving the stand. I'm going home to do Mook's stream, and I'm going on that busy street right off of Union Square, where like the corner of that Best Buy. It's a very busy road, and I'm in the bike lane, and there's a car that's parallel parked on the left side of the bike lane, and it starts inching out. And there's cars zipping by me on the right side. So I'm like, all right, I got to slow down because I have no way to get around this car without having to go into traffic. So I start slowing down, and then the Uber Eats dude, I mean, these guys, they go fucking 75 miles per hour. He sees me slowing down. So he's like, oh, I'm so much faster than this fucking prick on the city bike. I'm going to just go around him. Little does he know, there's nowhere to go around to. So he starts cutting around me, and then he sees that there's a car pulling out in front of us, and then he just decides to just take himself directly into me. So like his front wheel hit my back wheel, and then they locked onto each other.
Like dogs.
Like dogs. The wheels got like docking. Like if you docked a penis to another penis.
Mating, yeah.
And you just skidded?
Dude, we just slowly hit the ground. And I was just going, ah. And then we just slowly like started tipping towards the ground. And then we got up and we screamed at each other.
In two different languages.
In different languages.
What did you say to him?
I mean, dude, I've never yelled like that at anybody.
What did you say?
I was right in his face. What the fuck is your problem? Are you out of your fucking minds? Why are you riding my fucking ass? I did say that. I said that. I don't know what else I said, but I know I said, why are you riding my fucking ass?
Riding my fucking ass. Not riding up my ass.
No. Well, he was riding my ass.
Yeah, he's riding.
He's right on my fucking ass.
That's so funny. What was he saying?
I don't know. I wasn't speaking English.
But he was pissed at you?
He was like, I think he was kind of apologizing at first, and then he saw how mad I was, and then he went back on offense.
People have to know that the people on the Uber Eats drivers on those bikes are sitting side saddle on their bike,
dude,
and they're revving an engine, not pedaling.
They don't pedal
they just
once.
have their legs over like a lady riding on the back of a horse.
And they ride in the bike lane like the bike lane is only meant for people who are delivering food. No, genuinely, like everyone else is an inconvenience. So it's like you're on a bike, dude. The city they think that the silver city bikes don't go fast, so they try and pass you, and then you're just going the same speed.
I'm picturing you though sitting with it in like the lowest possible setting, like it's a low rider on the Venice boardwalk, just
I keep my seat at 6.
swerving in and out of lanes.
I'm a very safe biker.
Seat at 6.
I'm always when I cut around, I check behind me. I'm always making sure that there's no one around
Your seat at 8, right?
What are we talking? The height?
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
No, Francis is definitely like he has to bring like an extension. He's definitely got a size.
You're
like
at 10.
20. Yeah.
I don't know why we made this.
That's not a bad thing. It makes you go faster.
Oh, it's ass. You can just hear from the tone of his
No,
voice.
I meant because you're a big person.
Oh, thank you. I'm
What do
tall.
you probably can't bike with the coat.
I did it this morning.
It probably is in the wind like Batman's.
Aren't you
sat
worried
on
about
it.
it getting caught up in the chains?
I was worried.
You had
So
a
I
big
sat
grease
on it.
stain.
Sat on it. And I thought about bundling up and putting it in the front basket, but that seemed like overkill.
People come in those front baskets.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
heard
I've
that.
busted in a couple of those.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the cobblestone, can't help yourself.
But yeah, we yelled at each other for probably 45 seconds, and then I looked around and there was like 40 people watching, stopped.
Did anyone come up and be like, "Are you okay, dude?"
No, but it was like a scene. I mean, dude, we were on a busy road, the sidewalks packed, and then all of a sudden we just both fucking yard sale lay out in the center of the road. Like cars had to stop and go around.
Your jewel dumped out into traffic?
No, I kept my jewel. I think I pulled my
Was in
jewel
his-
out immediately.
was in his mouth.
As the second I got up, I took a big puff.
You fucking like tucked and rolled with
Yeah.
like it was like a newborn.
Yeah. And then
Just threw your shoulder out to protect yourself and break your fall so your jewel didn't get busted.
Yeah. And then I saw everyone looking, and then I got up and I biked home, and I was furious for like 5 minutes, and then I started laughing at about 10 minutes.
What the fuck are you all looking at? Go about your fucking day. Losing it on the crowd.
Back to work, people.
Or
All
someone
right, people.
someone get his information.
Show's over.
Can you be a witness? You saw he hit me. But what else was the guy supposed to do? Go into traffic or just not go so fast?
Just not go so fast and try and pass me, and also just slow down. But again, they don't slow down because their hands are like 15 feet away from the brakes. I don't understand what is harder about just riding the bike as a bike is intended. Why do they have to have their legs hung over on both sides like they're like in a fucking music video?
It's way cooler.
Like they're ghost riding in a music video.
I think the issue is that those guys are so in a hurry because they know that they have to get the food to people hot and on time,
Yeah.
or they'll get bad ratings or bad tips or whatever.
Well, you know what? You probably get bad ratings when you crash your bike and then the food spills all over the street.
Yeah, I mean, they tossed a salad
Yeah.
in their big heated backpack.
Yeah.
It might have worked really well.
Yeah.
People might have loved the salad because of how rumbled it was down the street. Did he spill anything?
Dude, I'm sure his bike was fully tipped over on the ground. We had to
Damn.
both stand up and get our bikes off the ground.
I saw the worst thing I ever saw, I told you about this, was that coming across the Manhattan Bridge, I saw two guys that had hit each other, and they were both food delivery guys. And one was there was a full trail of blood, and it was from his face.
Yeah.
And his face here had swollen up as if there was a grapefruit inside of his own cheekbone.
Oh my God.
And there were two EMTs that had parked an ambulance at the foot of the bridge, right around where that graffiti always is.
Yes.
And
The
they were
beautiful
walking
graffiti.
up the bridge. They were walking all the way with a medical bag.
That's so brutal. You
It was
got to
so-
just take yourself down the bridge.
It stuck with me. It stuck with me. And it still gives me a little bit of queasiness.
Well, you know what the problem with the bridge is that they have the bike lane that's like completely away from the cars. And then there's like, dude, the Uber Eats dudes on mopeds go on the
Yeah.
bike lane.
And there's a
And it's
sign
like-
that says no mopeds.
Well,
Look,
it's a fucking motorcycle.
I am so glad that you are talking the way that you are, because I have been the guy that abides by signs and rules. And
Oh, yeah.
I complain about it and I try to enforce it to some degree. And everyone's like, oh, you're the fucking hall monitor. This kid reminded everyone that homework was happening in class or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And you're starting to come to that side.
I've been on that side.
I like law
Since
and order.
my first day on the bike.
I like
We're
things.
bike life. This podcast is bike life.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
It
look,
is.
I'm not trying to die on the bike because
Bike
an
life
Uber Eats
Sass,
dude
bike
is on
life
a
Rome,
fucking
bike life Fran.
motorcycle in
Yeah.
the bike lane.
You need to wear a helmet, both of you. I'm going to get you guys helmets soon.
We'll see.
Where I have mine, and I know it doesn't look cool. I don't care. That's
I
why I
need
bought
a
the coat.
Guardian cap.
I'm gonna get a Guardian
I'm
cap.
gonna be like two on that.
Yeah,
on
for
that
sure.
bitch. Riding around with a massive helmet, looking like a Macy's Day Parade float.
Someone, I told you this too. One time I almost got hit by a car, and there was a parking cop a traffic cop.
Yeah.
Who was like writing a ticket for a car. And I almost got hit by this car because I turned left and I had headphones in, which is, I know, I get it, very irresponsible. And I've never worn them since.
Really?
While biking. No, you can't wear headphones to fucking bike, especially these noise canceling ones. You out of your mind.
I have earbuds.
Oh, I'm in a whole different world. I feel like I'm gonna fucking.
Well, I called Roan yesterday, and he picked up the call while he was on his bike.
Oh, I talked to Bo on the phone while I'm biking almost every time.
I had the earphones in, hands free.
Yeah.
I almost got hit by this car, and the woman saw the whole thing, and I took the headphones out, and she goes, "Someone's gonna miss you," and that stuck with me.
That's on site if someone says that shit to me.
It's also, very presumptuous. She doesn't know how many people I've alienated in my life. She doesn't know how alone I am.
I thought that they meant someone's going to miss seeing you.
No, they're going to miss me when I'm dead.
You're thinking of they're going to miss me when I'm gone?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what she meant. I think she meant
absolutely what she meant. The way she said it was very motherly. It was very like, I don't know. She just seemed like
she came with a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
someone's gonna miss you.
Either way, I think my biking days might be coming to an end. It's just, dude, the community is toxic. I'm in the city bike Reddit. It's toxic as fuck.
What are they saying over there?
It's just unnecessary racism towards the Uber Eats guys, which I get to an extent.
That's you right now.
No, look, I had problems with one of them, and I will say some of them have a little bit of an attitude problem, but I'm not saying we have to ban all of them. I'm saying maybe like let's just use
voter ID.
Yeah, voter ID. Let's build a fucking wall. I texted my friends after. I said, let's build 2 walls. Just in
one
case
above ground, one
they get through
underground.
the first one.
Yeah.
After I got hit, for a second, I did go full Republican, Trump.
Yeah.
And then I took a deep breath and I said,
let me get back to my sports gambling liberal ways.
I said, let me go back to go liberal.
I'm gonna go play a couple blackjack hands.
Yeah, exactly. Let me bike to Jersey real quick. Let me bike through the Holland Tunnel to play a little roulette. Cool down a bit.
Did you see Jon Stewart's bit about Tony Hinchcliffe's joke at the Trump rally?
He said he thought he was funny.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jon Stewart's
another
not
win
funny.
for comedy.
Jon Stewart's funny.
Is he?
Yeah.
You don't think Jon Stewart's funny?
No, not really.
He's funny.
Unless he asks me to do anything for him ever, then in that case, yes.
Jon Stewart's funny.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Is he funny now because he defended Tony Hinchcliffe, or was he funny before
No,
that?
he's always been funny, dude.
Yeah?
He's fucking, doesn't really matter. I don't think it really matters. You know, he's one of those guys.
Just one of those guys.
He went on, who did he go? Oh, he went on Colbert and was like, yeah, it was obviously made in a lab. And like in
really?
2011 or 10 years before.
Stewart did that?
Go watch Chappelle's speech about Jon Stewart at the Mark Twain Awards where he wins it.
I'll have to check it out.
I'll watch all.
I
watch
apologize
all those.
to Stewart. I wasn't familiar.
I love the Mark Twain speeches.
Yeah, they're good.
That they give because they tell backstories about each other. And Chappelle talks about how early on in his career, he wrote Half Baked and he called a bunch of celebrities and they needed a celebrity lift. And Jon Stewart was the only one who said he would do it. And it gave the film a little bit of a, validity or something like that.
Well, that's nice.
That's going to be us. That's going to be us writing for you at the Twain Awards once Tire Season 2 comes out.
You guys.
Tire Season 2, we're going to be fucking singing Francis's praises.
I'll tell you what. I had a ball. I'm very excited about the episode that I'm in for Season 2.
Cigars, boys? Should we celebrate now?
When it comes out.
Yeah, when it comes out, we'll do some cigars. When is it coming out?
I don't know.
Probably
they're going to be filming for a while longer, and then takes a long time to edit.
Probably 2025. I'm going to go April. It's going to be my guess.
April 25?
Yeah.
It was
April
cool.
5th, probably.
Very different production this time.
Yeah.
Now, because the first time we did it was not on Netflix yet.
Yeah.
So it was kind of bootstrapped. Now, this time.
Explosions.
Trailers. I had my own trailer.
That's pretty sick.
And there were 3 different tiers of trailers.
What tier were you in? Second tier?
The first day, I was in the bottom tier, which was kind of just almost like a cubicle. Mm-hmm. And I was there with, I was sharing, it was a trailer that had, I don't know, 5 compartments in it. And I had to share, there were 5 doors, and the other actors that were in that trailer were actors that had 1 line in the show. But then the next day I got moved up, and I was sharing one of the principal actors' trailers, and I had my own bathroom, big flat screen TV, air conditioning.
How did you get moved up? You had good behavior the first day?
I don't really know why they did that. I think they're
probably like, this Ellis guy's going to be a big star.
Get him a bigger trailer.
I think the first day,
let's invest in him now.
Those 3 trailers were taken by people who had, more whatever.
Do you actually hang out in the trailer a lot, or is that more just for show?
You do.
What kind of chair are we talking about? A hard chair?
No, they had a leather couch in the nice one.
Oh, yeah.
I won't lie. I was pretty stoked. It has
Cigars?
your character's name on it.
Booze?
Torpedoes? Macanudos?
No. You had to stay in the pocket. You never knew when they were going to call you to
character.
set. You know what they call where the trailers are? They call it base camp.
Base camp.
And then there's a trailer for just the hair and makeup people, and you go in there and they say, HMU wants you. Hair and makeup.
Ooh.
So you go into hair and makeup, and by the day 2, they know you and they know your name, and you're telling jokes and riffing, and they're just primping. They put one of those like barber cloaks on you, and they're primping and spraying and doing your makeup. And
you should have showed up in your own and already in makeup. Like I did it at my house.
Just blush, a ton of eyeliner.
I didn't wear any makeup in season 1. There was none.
Blush.
We had no makeup in season 1.
Damn, you're gonna look incredible.
I think it's going to look really good.
I know you were chatting it up with the makeup girls. I know you were winning them over.
They were awesome. Everyone had these super thick Philly accents. Do you want a water?
Yeah, water.
That was what I kept hearing. And then, okay, break for lunch.
Any divas on set?
No, everyone. In fact, I remember the crew specifically saying that everyone was remarkably nice to work with.
There's got to be one. Give us top diva.
If you can't spot the diva, bro.
It's you.
If you can't stop the diva, you're the diva.
I didn't have my coat with me.
There's got to be one diva.
I don't.
Someone who got a little mouthy with the makeup at HMU.
Or just like knocked them out of the way. Just stop it.
Is that enough fucking blush, bitch? Jesus Christ.
Let me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone snapped?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see any of that.
That's good natured as hell.
Well, we won't hear about that until the Mark Twain Awards. A little backstory.
But that's how I got the best performance out of him.
It was fun. I was very in character the whole time.
What did that entail?
I'm not going to say I was method acting, but like in between scenes, I didn't want to not talk the way that I had been, because then I felt like it would be hard to get back into character.
Makes sense.
And it's like a place where it's okay for you to do that. If you did that anywhere else, people would be like, what the fuck is this dude's deal? But if you're doing it on set, that's like such common practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was everybody else doing the same?
Nope. Everyone else didn't seem to have that problem, but
the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been so fucking fun.
It was awesome.
Yeah, you must have had a blast. That's so exciting.
It was really, really fun.
When did you get back?
Last night.
Oh, nice.
What was the best what was the best meal you had down there? Sorry to cut you off.
On set, you mean?
I'm sure that was more cafeteria style.
It was like big catered food, but some of it was pretty good.
But just in general, while you were down in Philly.
I kept going to that place, Honey Grow.
Honey Grow?
You ever had that?
No.
It's
noodles.
It's stir fry.
Stir fry.
And I had it 3 nights in a row. I was staying in this condo complex that had no character or personality or decorations of any kind. I don't really know how to describe it. Felt like an army base for a country that doesn't really worry about being attacked.
What does that mean?
Like they just don't allocate any funds to their defense.
Yeah, like Iceland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like an army. How's it like an army base?
Everything was exactly the same. All the units looked exactly the same. I couldn't even find my unit because the signage was so.
I just keep on picturing the Olympic Village.
And just Usain Bolt's fucking someone consensually.
Not as
French sprinter.
How many people were working on the show?
A lot.
Hundreds?
No.
Thousands.
Sure.
Tens of thousands?
That's a lot of people.
50 to 70 maybe? 50-ish? I don't know.
Any like hooligans go down on set? Like maybe someone yelling Mayday into one of the microphones?
You're talking about shenanigans.
Any shenanigans?
One thing that was funny was that occasionally someone would like come in thinking it was a real tire shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And like
and since you were method acting, you probably had to fucking change their tires.
Yeah, you had to be like, someone would have to be like, no, sorry, this isn't a real tire shop. And they'd be like, what is it?
He's like, no, I see the tires right there. I just want those on the car.
Yeah. And
surely one of these guys can help me put these tires on my car.
The guy, you in the full body suit. Can you just help me put this on the car?
Yeah. So they'd have to like kick them out. And then people would be like, how did that happen? How did that person get through?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But it happened a couple times. I think
What was there to get through?
Oh, I was outside and a deaf person came up and asked me if it was a tire shop. He was like, what's going on in there?
That surely is not what he said.
Well, he said it and I had my earbuds in. So I took them out.
Deaf on deaf.
And I heard the way he was speaking because I initially had responded because I thought he was just like, what is that? And I was like, oh, we're shooting a TV show. And then he asked me another question. So I took the earbuds out. And that was when I realized he was deaf.
Mm-hmm.
And I all of a sudden very quickly started enunciating my words so clearly because I knew he was reading my lips.
Yeah.
And I felt good about that.
Yeah.
Because when you meet a deaf person, that is how you sort of meet them in the middle.
By over enunciating.
By talking.
Yeah. By speaking in a very clear way.
Yeah.
And slowly.
That is not the middle though.
No?
I think it's just like 20% our way, and they still have to come 80% of the way.
You know what's lucky for deaf people is that I already speak very slowly and I already enunciate very well. It was his lucky day that he met me.
It is.
Instead of someone like mumbly.
If I hit him with the rapper voice, they'd have no idea what I was talking about.
That's right.
The deaf community must hate Gardini.
I've been told
with a passion
that the deaf community loves this podcast in particular for the stories that I tell.
Because we put out crazy Braille. We put out Braille transcripts for the people to watch.
They only put captions on for when you two are speaking.
Really?
And they
just enunciate. They show video of Francis.
Yeah.
Because you enunciate so fucking perfectly.
Dude, so we did the podcast on Sunday remote, and Rowan's audio was dog shit, horse shit, bottom of the barrel audio. And
Mine?
Yeah, yours.
How?
And
why are you trying to throw me under the bus?
I'm not. I'm just
crazy.
making it known what the problem was.
I did exactly what you told me.
But you used an iPad instead of the iPhone, which we can't do ever again. But so
I just need to get a microphone for my house. Shouldn't be that hard.
Work. But we did. So I was editing the audio and I was using Audition and I wasn't really getting where I was trying to. And then I was like, I wonder if there's like an AI option here.
Yeah.
So I found Adobe has this like beta that they're working on called it's called like Adobe Podcast, and you can enhance the audio and it works really well. But the problem is it also tries to enhance background noise if there's too much background noise. So it'll be like the audio, like your voice will be very crisp, but then like when you're not talking, there'll randomly be a flare up of like attempted to be enhanced nothing audio. And it sounds like a Korean person who was possessed by the devil himself. So I had to go through
who lost his soul,
each individual audio clip and edit those parts out. Took a very long time. And then I guess I missed one. And then people were not happy, and they said that it actually scared them a lot when it came over because it sounds horrifying.
Because you put me through the Korean filter.
Yes, it sounds insane. So I guess at like 17 minutes in on the episode, randomly you just start hearing the voice of a
Gangnam Style.
I'll play it. It sounds insane.
Yeah, I gotta hear it.
It's horrifying, dude.
The first thing that you need to know.
No, it's not even. It's literally just mumbles. Let me find it. I think it was at 16.
It's crazy. Like you get excited about the AI things that are available, but like once you look back at them, it's like, oh, this actually sounds fucking insane. Like there was an AI filter we used on a Pat Bev clip one time. We're like, oh, this is sick. We're going to make all choppy video look like this. And then I look back and it looks like NBA 2K 2008. NBA 2K8.
There's always some
like
flaw.
Fucking boxy as shit. But last week we were doing, me and Jetski were fucking around with some, you put a vocal in and you can make it sound like fucking Travis Scott or like Rihanna.
Really?
I wish that you could can you just make an episode of the podcast, isolate our vocals and just make it Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Diddy talking about sex trafficking or something like that?
Very easily too.
Yeah, we got to do that.
All right, let's see. Trying to find it. Oh, here we go.
Scream at each other, but they were in hands, like wrote things through. Yeah, exactly. No touchy.
Nope, that's not it.
This is a good exercise. I'm glad we're doing this.
This is good to get to the bottom of this.
And it also sucks too because all of the listeners actually have already heard it.
It's also just one of those things that if you were planning to do this today, you should have queued it up before the podcast.
Well, I wasn't planning on doing anything today.
Wait, I have something queued up. My friend sent me this Reddit post, and my friend Tom sent me this Reddit post. It's r/UC Santa Barbara, and the post says, "Seriously, where can I masturbate?" And the post is, "I'm a freshman at the Santa Rosa dorms, and one of my roommates is an international student who just skips class and plays League of Legends in our room for a literal minimum of 16 hours a day. He even gets his groceries delivered and eats his meals at his desk, and so he literally never leaves the room for more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes if he decides to shower that day. Aside from my room, there's the only other place I could masturbate is the shared bathrooms, but nutting on the public shower floor seems disgusting and heinous. It's been 3 weeks at this point, and I literally can feel a pressure inside of my pubic region whenever I sit down. Does anyone know a place I can go to masturbate? Seriously." And
what were people saying?
I mean, he just sent me the clip, but
were people replying with like options to where to go?
I assume that they're just saying nut in the shower. That's what.
Yeah.
But that it was sent to
Sounds like he doesn't want it bad enough. If you got a nut, you find somewhere to nut.
Dude, I've never had a pressure in my pubis.
No.
After 3 weeks to go, you had to go. It forced you to nut in the shower.
And it made me think, oh, if only I could go somewhere.
But it was my college group chat, and they brought up a story that our dorm room floor, they had to like put printed out signs on the wall saying, "Please stop nutting in the showers."
Yeah.
Oh,
that happened at
because it's clogging the drain.
Yeah.
It's clogging the drain.
Oh, I love that.
I think that happens at a lot of big schools.
That's cool.
How do they know? How do they know that that's what's going on?
It's probably been happening for hundreds of years at colleges.
So why don't they just improve the cummy ass pipes?
I don't know. They're probably hoping that people will just stop doing it.
We didn't have that problem.
At Harvard?
No.
I mean, you guys probably had jerk off fucking pods in your dorm room.
I think, I don't know if it was because our pipe infrastructure was superior or because people were just too focused on getting ahead that they didn't have time to masturbate. But
Everybody's just
getting head.
Yeah.
Or they were banging all the chicks from the local colleges. There was
definitely semen retention.
There was this truck there was like a van. Wellesley was an all-girls school that was half an hour, 45 minutes from Harvard.
Yeah.
And they had a truck that would drive them to Harvard, I think. And on the way to Harvard, they called it the girls called it the bang bus, and on the way home they called it the victory van.
The girls called it that?
Yeah.
Disgusting. That's foul of them. The bang bus?
Because they were taking the bus in to go bang Harvard.
Apparently.
People? Just treating them like objects, treating the men like objects at Harvard.
Isn't that what happens in The Social Network? Like they just have a bunch of girls like that from the local girls just get like dropped off at the study groups or whatever they're called.
No, at the final clubs.
The final clubs.
That's right.
Damn.
That's pretty pimp.
Who do they hire as a driver, do you think? Is it just an off-duty school bus driver?
It's just a good
Pledge.
question.
Probably just a pledge.
Yeah.
Do they call them pledges at the finals clubs, or are they like
punches?
Why?
Even worse.
Because you punch the final clubs. It's like you get punched, and then you get punched means you get invited. A letter comes under your door.
Under your door.
They slide a letter under your door. You open the letter, and Each round, there's 4 rounds.
To the household of Francis Ellis.
I know he fist pumped like Tiger Woods. He was just like,
I got punched by 7 of the 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
You must have been top prospect on campus.
No, the one missing the one must have pissed you off.
I knew it did piss me off because the president of our club had been punched by all 8, and he said he was the last person that got that.
To go all 8?
Who got invited by
to
all
go
8?
for 8.
Yeah.
How do you know? How does he know that?
I don't know. There's no way that he knew. But he was the only person I knew, and he was 3 years older than
Well,
I was.
old chap, I was the last one to get punched by all 8.
Yeah.
Do they drop it off with an owl? Like an owl drops off the letter?
No, but it's handwritten in cursive, and it's like nice letterhead.
Damn.
I know
And
you
it's
got
cool.
it
It shows
framed.
up under your door.
That's sick.
And then
I'd love to get punched.
and then
I
after
know.
each successive event, if you get it, you'll get another letter if you're invited to the second round.
Have you guys been booed at all this year?
I'm sorry?
Booed?
I haven't. Probably.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you guys
Why?
have kids in your buildings? Like, do you
Yeah.
do you guys have to like put out candy?
yes.
Booed? What are you talking about?
Like
Booed is like getting punched, but for civilians.
Booed?
Yeah, when I was a kid, that became a thing where like you would get like someone would like drop off a big bucket of candy or something with like a letter in it and say like you got booed, and you'd be like, who did it?
No, that happened in our building.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. You get booed.
Yeah, you've never heard of that?
No, because I'm sure you're not telling a real thing.
I promise you, I am. Ghosting.
This is a real thing?
Yeah,
What's the point?
it's just having fun with your friends when you're a child.
Just dropping off a big
A
bucket of
whole
candy.
thing of candy?
Like a Halloween candy.
As
Yeah.
if you got someone, but it's actually just a nice thing to do?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
and then you do it. It's like ding dong ditching, but it's like acceptable because then you open your door and instead of
Turns the whole thing on his head.
yeah,
Oh, that's
you left
subversive.
this candy on my doorstep.
These kids these days,
I know.
I like that.
they never saw Jon Stewart, but they'll ghost you or boo your ass or spook you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try and get into some activities tonight. Egging, TP. I'm gonna TP the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Just throw it at the lowest floor. Just bounces right off.
There's nothing to drape it on.
Yeah, there's really no way to TP buildings in New York. They're all
You need
too
a
big.
helicopter.
Yeah, that would be awesome. They should do that.
Helicopter TP tours.
Yeah, they should TP the
No,
Empire
someone
State
would die
Building.
from like a projectile toilet
Yeah,
paper.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
They say when toilet paper falls from the height of the Empire State Building, it comes down like a meteor hitting
It comes
hitting
down
the
like a
earth.
nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
There's just a mushroom cloud.
Have you guys been watching the Red Bull mountain biking thing
I have not. No,
where they're on the course with the jumps
I've seen it.
and they're going straight downhill
Yeah,
and doing backflips?
yeah, it's sick.
I think that might be the single craziest thing that I've ever seen. More than base jumping with wingsuits, more than any extreme
Red Bull's
sport.
got some crazy ones though.
That one seems like the margin of error is an inch, and if you get it wrong, your body is going to break in half.
Yeah. Red Bull's got some weird one, dude. They did when the dude jumped from space
Cool, but
and landed in a net.
I don't. Yeah, again, that one's crazy. The one he didn't land in the net though. The guy that jumped from space.
No, I think he parachuted and then landed in a net. Didn't
I think he had like rockets on where he could land himself on a SpaceX
got it.
platform.
Got
Pretty
it.
sure
You
what
guys
happened.
your memories are combining like 3 different stunts.
That might be possible, but these guys will have a bicycle spoke through their sternum.
Well, they just fall off a mountain if they swerve.
Yeah.
They're falling off a mountain.
You know what's a fun Red Bull one is when they do like the ski races or like but they're on skates. Have you ever seen that? And they go around like this circuit
yeah.
of like jumps and it's all ice. It's a
They
whole
have
ice
those in,
track.
I think they had one of those in Fenway.
Really?
No, that was skiing in Fenway.
They're really cool.
That would explode my knees.
I think it would be fun as hell.
It's cool, but I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I'd want to try it out.
Going on a jump on skates, forget it.
Just landing on your fucking knees, going so fast.
Well, you land on a downward slope. It doesn't really hurt your knees.
Okay.
That's not true. There's no way that's true.
It's exactly true.
No.
Have you ever gone on a jump on skis
Yes.
and you land on the
Still feel
downward
it.
slope?
I know, but you still feel it. It's not gradual.
It's extremely gradual.
No, dude, you're talking about if the jump is built perfectly.
Yeah, and they are built perfectly.
No, not always. Not on, especially not ice and skates. Mm-mm.
You don't think that the Red Bull team is building them perfectly?
Have you guys both ski jumped before?
Yeah.
I have.
Dozens
I was
of
on the
times.
freestyle team.
What? Where?
In Maine, yeah.
What?
There's a massive difference between landing on flat ground and landing on the downward slope. The
That's
slope is
true.
actually a lot of times steeper than the actual jump. The slope is like a 90-degree angle.
No, it's not.
Dude,
You're talking about 90. Well, 90 degrees perpendicular. So I don't even know what that means. You're talking about like 45 degrees.
Yes, obviously I was exaggerating with 90 degrees, but
90 degrees wouldn't even make
steep.
sense.
It's so steep that if you don't go over the jump and you just try and you go around the jump and you go over the knuckle, you'll catch air because of how steep the drop off
On
is.
the big ones, and those are the ones that are really well made.
Yes.
But I don't think that a lot of the ice skating jumps are well made.
I have a feeling they probably are. And also, they're not going off like huge jumps. The jumps aren't even that
Pull
big.
this up.
We have to pull this up. We need to pull up a visual. Have you guys seen the Red Bull thing where they run up the greased pole?
Oh yeah, that's a blast.
That one fucking
That's a
rules.
fun one.
Love that one.
That
Yeah,
one's just guys.
That's
having
more
fun.
my speed.
Yeah.
I haven't ski jumped, but I would run down the fucking pole and just smoke my nuts like America's Funniest Home Videos.
I want to make it clear. I haven't done like the Olympic ski jumping, the one where they put your.
I'm picturing you
where
going
put your feet out,
190
where you put your
meters.
feet out like that.
Just like leaning forward with your fucking perfect
No.
posture.
No, I've done the ones where you just go off and then maybe you like twist your feet once, like do something flashy with the skates or with the skis. Yeah, like you grab the bottom ski. I've done those. You're in the air for like 0.5 seconds.
Probably look like Napoleon Dynamite.
So here we go.
This is one of them.
This is it. Red Bull Crashed Ice 2017.
They have armor on.
And I've heard that, the courses have actually gotten less gradual on the landings since then.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who was building all the courses died.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Look.
Oh yeah, that's gradual.
No, it's not.
That's not gradual at all. I mean,
if it
Those aren't
were,
jumps. They're not even going off jumps right now.
there's a jump.
that was a jump. Oh, that's a fucking.
That is it couldn't be
Steep
more
grade.
gradual.
That was a steep hill. They go up.
They're not even feeling that impact when they're landing.
Oh, they're feeling it. All
No,
of these
they're
guys
not.
do acupuncture. They're given bags of crushed ice from the course to ice their knees.
Do you guys think
Bang.
that when like someone does like a half pipe when they're like skateboarding, that every time they land, they're feeling like intense impact in their knees?
I think that they have to probably take a Toradol shot and fucking sit out for a couple jumps.
That's right. There's no ligaments or there's no cartilage left.
Why do you think they wear knee guards, dude?
Tony Hawk's
So
knees.
that when they land, they don't hurt their knees
Yeah, right,
Look,
bro.
via friction.
I'm going to meet you in the middle here on this one, Sass. Okay. It's better than if it were flat.
It
But
is
there's still
so
impact.
much better.
There's still a lot of impact.
No,
You're not right about this, actually. I was fucking with you for a minute, but you're not right.
I am right.
No, because I used to ski and,
He was on the freestyle
I was
team.
on the freestyle
I used
team.
to
We
ski
had
too.
jackets. We had jackets.
I was on the ski team
Did
as
you have
well.
jackets?
I was
You didn't have
also
jackets.
on the ski team.
You
You
didn't
guys
have
are all
jackets,
wearing your
though.
own jackets from home with like a little penny or like a number on
Dude,
your
I had to
shirt.
wear the fucking skin tight uniform.
That's racing.
I know what I'm just saying. Like I skied as well. I know
You
about
didn't
skiing.
freestyle ski, though.
But I did. I
No,
used to be good at freestyle skiing. I
Pull
used
it
to
up.
do like
You wore
rails and
you
stuff.
You skied on like vocals and you had the knee guards.
Bro,
and you
I had
punched the
lines.
gates.
I had armadas.
You armadas.
I
yeah.
had armadas and full tilt boots, bro.
He
This
had
shit is
Armandos.
not a joke.
He was
Look at
dressed
this
like
shit. Look at me.
Peekaboo
I'm
Street.
fucking. Look at that rail that I'm hitting in this.
Is that you?
Yes.
Actually?
Yes. I used to ski a lot. I'm telling you,
What
the
the heck?
gradual.
When did you do that?
When I was really young.
You would hit rails?
Yes. I don't know why that's so crazy.
The fact that both of you have just this intense skiing experience.
Well,
is
when you grow up in
indicative.
New England, everyone goes skiing in the winter.
Clearly,
Yeah,
the
everyone.
mountain Sass skied at had better jump landing builders than mine.
I promise you, whatever mountain I skied at was not even close to as good of a mountain as whatever mountain you skied at.
I grew up skiing at Shawnee Peak
And maybe it was.
in Lakes region of Casco,
I assumed
Maine.
that you were skiing at like Sunday River and like Stowe.
Even Sunday River's not that great. No, I didn't.
Sunday
go-
River's great.
It's okay.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, you need to get back out there.
Sunday River's got to be one of the best mountains.
Sugarloaf was the good mountain in Maine.
Sugarloaf is great too, but Sunday River's got to be one of the best mountains in New England.
Sugarloaf, Sunday River, it doesn't hold a candle to Sugarloaf or even Killington.
Oh, Killington's great.
Or I would even say Stratton.
What about Tremont or Freeport?
Tremblant?
Tremblant.
That's up in Montreal.
Manolo Blahnik.
Tremblant is really cold.
I was hitting jumps in Telluride a couple years ago. Yeah, with Peters.
I thought you said you didn't even ski out there.
Oh, he was in Breck.
No, I went out to Telluride for one day and we went skiing.
Telluride's my favorite mountain to ski. Favorite place.
Great park set up there.
Is this what it's like, Roan, when you guys talk about like football for me?
No, I ski.
No, it's not because you watch football.
Not really.
You do, and then for some reason when we talk football, you just decide that you don't know anything about football, even though you watch football.
I don't really watch that much football. I watch highlights so that I can contribute to the conversation and pretend.
What do you do on Sundays?
I don't know. I go outside.
He lays in his fucking ice bath.
You just find someone's front porch to read a dystopian novel.
Yeah, that's it. I did try to decompress a little.
Did you finish 84?
No. I started it on. No, I wasn't going to take the book, but I will get myself a copy.
You're going to have to get your own copy of 84. I got to revisit 84.
Yeah.
All I remember was big TV screens.
Yeah, Big Brother.
And Big Brother watching you, obviously, as a theme.
Yep.
They fucking he hit the nail on the head, man. We're fucking living in it.
Saw it coming. That's
facts.
The fucking future, man. Tell you what, bro. And that's going to be what Tire Season 2 is like. The fucking future. A piece of literature so resonant that it won't even be appreciated until 60 years from now.
I like that.
That's how I feel.
I think you got to hope that it's appreciated now, right?
No.
For the sake of the show.
Until you die.
Hoping it's not like a Freaks and Geeks run where people don't start liking it until 80 years after it came out.
Did nobody like Freaks and Geeks when it came out?
It wasn't canceled
after season 2, right?
Or maybe 2
Was
years.
it 2 seasons or 1 season? Might have been 1 season. Great show, though. Phenomenal.
1 season? That's it?
It was either 1 or 2. I don't remember.
But then Franco and Rogan broke up. They don't even talk anymore.
I know. It's sad. I wonder if they'll...
No, bro.
No,
not
that was
after
like
what he did.
all in the news this week.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, Franco's going on saying that Seth Rogen doesn't want to talk to him anymore. But it was because he was accused of being
He was Me Too'd.
Yeah, he was Me Too'd.
Yeah.
But now people are like mad at Rogan.
For not
Seth?
Yeah. They're mad at Seth now.
Not Joe.
Not Joe. Oh, no.
No one's ever been mad at Joe.
No one's mad at Joe.
You can't. How can you?
They are calling Joe a diva for not going to do Kamala's, and they're like, she's the vice president. She's busy.
Wait,
yeah.
To not have her on?
No, he's offered to have her on like multiple times, but they said that their requirements are it's going to be 1 hour and he has to fly to them to do it. And he was like, I feel like the best way for this to happen is that she comes to Austin and we don't have a time limit and we just have a normal conversation.
I mean, we're the same way. Like, we're not going to go on the road and just have like Sagalo on the road.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have him in the home base.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way it's going to work. If I'm in my comfort. If I'm in my happy
well, it's
place.
it's just a fantasy factor.
Like, I got to be in my happy place if you want the mind to be working properly.
You want the me that I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can get like 50% maybe on the road, 40%.
I actually think it's a bad look for Kamala to be like, I'm not doing it unless it's by these requirements. If Trump, I feel like once Trump did it, like you have to do it. It's not like it's not just like any podcast either. It's a huge podcast.
No, I know. It just to me it looks like it would look that she was only doing it because he did it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they're confident that she could win without doing it.
Well, he did that Mr. Beast video, and I was like, why isn't she buried alive?
Trump did a Mr. Beast video?
Yeah.
Damn.
He got buried alive for 48 hours. But he had to guess when the 48 hours were up, so he didn't get the money if he went out before the 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And there were other presidential candidates that were also out in the woods, but they didn't know if anyone was actually ringing the bell or not.
I mean, Trump's really making the rounds. He did Aiden Ross's stream.
Yes.
I think he's doing Kai Cenat.
He did
with Kim.
Yeah, he did Myron and he did Fresh and Fit, I saw.
Really?
Yeah, he was on Fresh and Fit.
That's huge.
He did that toy review show with that kid.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw him he was on with Sneeko. I saw him.
He hopped on with Sneeko.
Yeah, he flashed a 9. He flashed a piece.
They're flaming Sneeko.
For which part?
For
when he pulled out the 20 bands?
Because I think Sneeko is Haitian, right?
I know he's Muslim.
I think he's from,
or his mom's from Haiti. Maybe
I think he's from Haiti. But it's like he's like a racist, fucking misogynistic, like super alt-right Twitch streamer. And then when people started saying that the Haitians were eating animals in Ohio,
what did he do?
He started posting like photos of his country, being like, "Wait till they find out about the motherland," like the disrespect. And he's like, "Dude, this is what you've been doing to everyone else for your entire career." And now he's like, I guess he's like banned from like all streaming platforms.
Really? I heard they banned Fusi as well.
Fusi's been banned from every streaming platform like 15 times.
But he just got banned from Kick this week, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Getting banned from one of those, you got to do something really bad.
He said he couldn't remember the last 2 days, but now he realizes the damage he's done. And this is payback for the ski talk.
Fusi on Kick.
Yeah, Fusi got kicked off at Kick.
Fucking Sneeko and Jelker.
Sneeko and Jelker.
Wes Jelker.
That sounds like a morning show from San Diego in 1992. Sneeko and Jelker in the mornings. Sick.
All right. Well,
has that been an hour?
Definitely, right?
Jesus Christ, time flies when I'm with my fucking bros. I haven't even fucking cracked the playbook yet.
It's good to be back. I like being in this room and doing this podcast here.
Oh, yeah.
Much better than the fucking hotel room we had to do it in.
We got to do it.
I actually didn't think that was bad. I think the only reason that was bad was because everyone was exhausted.
Yeah.
No, I was fresh as a daisy.
That was the most tired I've ever been. Genuinely.
Why?
That whole day was just like torture.
Really? Because I saw you had your Prime. I saw you had a Stanley full of Prime.
Not enough.
A big ass water bottle full of Prime.
Apparently, Lunchley's getting sued.
I see Lunchley getting killed
for their
everywhere.
moldy cheese.
Poor fucking Lunchley. Breaks my heart for the bros over at Lunchley.
I feel so bad.
They're saying that Mr. Beast completely ruined his career with Lunchley.
Dude, they're really trying to take down Mr. Beast, which is pretty crazy. Like, it's pretty brutal that, like, no matter who you are and what you do,
he's exclusively altruistic and is, like, trying to do a business venture. And they're like, fuck this dude.
But it's also, like, his whole career has been built on being like, I'm giving all these people money. I'm helping out my friends. And then now they're like, I guess, like, his group chat leaked and he had, like, racist memes in it, and they're like, some lady online's like, I sent this to the FBI. It's like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
be like, yeah, he sent memes that were on Reddit to his friends.
What kind of racist memes? How racist?
Who gives a shit?
How racist?
They're memes. It's memes.
Yeah,
and he's sending them to his, like, they're in a group chat.
Yeah, I guess so. Were they weren't sexist though, right?
God, no.
As long as
it was
just racist. if it was sexist, I'd be sick to my stomach. But if it was fucking racist,
a lot of people were like hitting me up, being like, "Cannot wait to hear you boys talk about Hinchcliffe." I don't have a single thing to say.
I don't really understand why comedians are piling on against him and saying like and saying mean stuff online about him. Or I just think, I don't know.
I think it's because the show is built around. I think it's because his show's built around making fun of comedians who aren't good at stand-up.
Yeah, but I guess just for me, it's like if you're a true comedian, then why would you ever say anything publicly online about a comedian making a joke? Period. It's as black and white to me as that.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, I wouldn't say it is similar to the Shane stuff at all, because his was at a political rally and Shane's was at a podcast. But it is similar with everyone piling on.
I just don't get it.
Like, well, I've actually always hated him.
I don't know why. It's just, people like, oh, finally we can take him down. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't. If, like, I can not like someone's act. I'll talk shit about them to other comedians, whatever, privately. I'm not like saying I'm fucking some righteous dude, but I'm not going to go online and be like, I can't believe you told that joke. That was in poor taste. What are you fucking talking about? Shut up.
Yeah, it's also, you find out it's in poor taste when the joke doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's also not really a very good like business plan. Like you're not going to like start selling tickets because you hate other comedians.
Dude, it pisses me off. It just pisses me off.
It's going to be like, oh, this guy, let's go see this guy. He hates all of my least favorites as well.
Because exactly, like then they're not going to protect you when you will do it unless you have made the decision that you're a clean comic. Yeah. But if you get good enough and you get big enough, you're going to say a joke that's going to go poorly, and then the world will come for you. And I think the comedians, I don't know, should fucking look out for each other.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how I feel.
I don't think that anyone should do stand up at political rallies. Not even just because it's.
But that's not his fault. They asked him to do it.
Yeah,
they asked him to come. What's he supposed to do? Get up there and talk about politics?
Yeah,
that's not who he is. Yeah. He's a comic. He's a fucking edgy roast comic.
Yeah, I think they probably saw the success of his set at the Brady roast and probably thought like, let's replicate this.
Yeah, and they probably didn't even tell him this is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
They probably weren't even like, hey, we want you to stay away from this. We want you to do this. We want you to do that. They probably just said like, yeah, come on, do some remarks.
Yeah, it's a pretty impossible environment to do stand-up in.
Terrifying.
You think he got a bag?
Yeah.
Probably.
What are we talking, boys? 400?
Well, they said that when Lizzo did the Democratic National Convention, she got 2.3 million.
So he probably got 2.5.
I just don't know.
How long did he talk for?
I think 10 minutes.
So he probably got like 4.8.
Probably got a couple of my coats.
Yeah, he got two Francis coats and 2 million on top of that. And I mean, that's good work. And it's probably good for his business. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on it.
No, that's my thing. I don't really have an opinion at all.
You also just said that, and then we just talked about it for 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was pretty surface level.
I had a strong opinion.
Observations.
I did.
Your
and
opinion
I
was, I'll just talk shit on him behind his back.
No, I mean, I've met Tony Hinchcliffe. He's always been really nice to me.
Now you're issuing a full statement.
I like him. I genuinely like the guy. I do. I don't, and I also just.
He's the most honest guy I know.
Should be able to push the boundaries.
I'll say this. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry to the people of Puerto Rico. I didn't think that joke was that bad.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, dude, I listened to the whole. I watched the whole 10 minutes. That's like the least offensive. I mean, I'm not saying none of the jokes personally offended me, but like if there was going to be one to pick from, that would not have been the one.
Yeah.
But you could also say that you could make that joke about any island. Australia.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that people are evaluating it as words that were said at a political event instead of, if he had said that on Kill Tony or even at the roast of Tom Brady. I don't know that anyone's picking that joke out as a problem. So whatever, it is the time and place thing. But
I think the defense people were making was that it wasn't like the comedy, like the defense of being like, this was jokes, lighten up its jokes kind of goes away when you're at a political rally.
Then don't invite the comedian to the political
That's why
rally.
I said I don't think comedians should be doing political rallies.
I'll tell you what, if I got invited to a rally and I went, I could very well see myself doing a joke like that.
Yeah.
And getting in trouble for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
You should. It would do great things for this podcast. I would actually love if that was you up there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near in the stratosphere of Tony Hinchcliffe, but I can see how that happened.
Yeah.
And I'm annoyed specifically not at the broader public, but at comedians for having a problem with it. That is what I have an issue with.
Yeah. I just think it's dumb to, I agree. I think it's dumb to talk, like, I don't know, unless someone did something to you personally.
I would die to see you do the U-Haul bit at the Democratic National Convention.
They'd love it.
I think that they might go crazy for the U-Haul bit because it's clean and it's personal and everyone can relate.
Totally.
Just doing stand-up. I think, Francis, you would write a great speech for a political convention.
Well,
with some jokes.
I don't know. I tend to say things that I'm not supposed to say.
But isn't that the point?
Not always. My point is usually to try to be funny. That is my point.
Be an edgelord?
Not to just make people unhappy or offended. I don't want that.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna be in Bloomington, Minnesota next weekend. Please come get tickets to that. I am begging you. Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.
Wait, I need to. We're in Connecticut.
Rowan's going to be in Connecticut
this weekend. Please come to see that on Friday.
Yeah, you don't need it. He doesn't need any more people. You guys
That's not true at all.
There's going to be like 10,000 people there.
Don't fucking say that. Why are you saying that?
Right now, the amount of people that are actively going to my Minnesota shows are the amount of people that are like going to be on stage for your show.
That's not true, bro.
That's on the wait list for his tickets.
Yeah. No, that's not true.
So let's hammer this one home.
No, we need help. Help us.
Let's start buying tickets for Minnesota.
I'm going to be playing in front of a mirror. This is going to be bad. I need your help. Come to New Haven, Connecticut on Friday. Pop Punk is performing. Costume contest, cash prize. It will be fun. I guarantee it. Sash will be biking up. Francis is going to be dressed as a fucking whole ass Dracula with that coat on.
Did you see my outfit for the Halloween party?
We did. We already talked about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Chucky.
Yeah.
All right, that's
the episode. Oh, you did? We talked about it. We all did.
All right, that's the episode. Goodbye. Right.